Hi and welcome to another Catmaster Tackle demo session. What I'm going to show you today is our duo rig. Now the duo rig is a unique rig in the UK and developed for Catmaster by myself. This rig is two rigs in one. It actually works perfectly as a leech rig, or you can use a small live bait on it, or by simply moving the polyballs like this it turns into a dumbbell. Now I've got this rig actually loaded up with a leech on it, and I've actually got this set up with one of our new Big Bender super wide circle hooks. This one is mounted with a maggot clip. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. You can put the leech directly on the hook if you wish, but for this demo purposes that's what I had to hand. So you can see it there with a leech on it. So now what I'm going to show you is how this rig actually sets up. I'll be a couple of times I'll show you in the water, but first of all, when you get the rig out of the packet, it generally defaults to the polyballs being there. Now there's a nice little thing on this rig, this little rubber grommet here. This grommet, when you first get the duo rig and you set it up, you have to find the point as a leech rig where, when I'll show you on the demo, you find the point when it's a leech rig that it's critically balanced and the polyballs are on the surface and the leech is working like that. Now what that means is, if you then want to switch it to fishing as a polyball rig, you simply move those like that and the grommet stays in the same place, which means the next time you go to use it as a leech rig, you just move them back to that place and you don't have to go through the setup process again that you do initially. And that's the whole point of the grommet. There it is. You just move it once you've initially set it up. I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to put it in the water with it set up wrongly, and then you'll see it. Then we'll see it in the water with it set up correctly. Okay. Now here's the duo rig actually in the water and set up incorrectly because the polyballs are actually in the wrong place as a critically balanced leech rig. Now if I move it like that, you can see the polyballs are actually under the surface. It will work like that, but it's not correct. If I let the line out, it goes flat. So what we need to do is move the polyballs to the right place, put the grommet in the right place, and then the rig will always be correct. I'm going to show you that now. And here we go. Here's the duo rig actually in the water and set up correctly. You can see now the polyballs are actually on the surface. So when you cock it, the duo rig just comes up like that. And you can see the leech is bobbing around on there. It's just towing it round. It's getting no resistance really. So it doesn't tire the leeches out. You can use small live baits like this. You can drop it a bit further down if you wish to, so you can do it like that. But I generally tend to fish it pretty much like this. There's enough room then for the leech to move around and not go anywhere near the rig. It's got that nice flexible tip on these, and the tubing is specifically developed by Catmaster. It's very strong. You won't break this rig under, you know, fairly extreme circumstances to break it. It'll take a lot of punishment. And that's it working in the water. I'm just going to show you one more. I'll just convert it to a dumbbell rig, and you can see it in the water as a dumbbell rig. And then finally, I've just shown you it as a dumbbell rig. I've just moved the two polys to each end of the tubing. It's now fishing as a dumbbell rig, small live baits. You can fish it with leeches like this if you want, although a bit more resistance with it like this for the leeches, so it tire them out a little bit easier. You're better off using it as an actual leech rig. You can actually see in the shot as well, you can see the little grommet at the place on the tubing. That is where, now that's once it's set and you've set it like the previous shot, you just move the polyballs back to that position every time and it'll fish as a leech rig without too much hassle. And that's our duo rig.